John Brooks. I'm a Vice President with Subex. The product that we're demonstrating today is called Rockware. It's supporting the catalyst with TM Forum associated with the Business Metrics Automation pilot. Within Rockware, this is the foundation piece that is the enabler behind the operator's ability to have a revenue operations center, which allows them to bring multiple business silos into their business and put that all of metrics and analytics and everything associated with those under one roof and under one practice within the organization. Now, in the particular Catalyst environment that we're using Rockware to help demonstrate today, we're one of 5 vendors that are actually out today demonstrating different angles of business metrics that show analytics across not only the home carrier, but also across other carriers that are participating in the business metrics automation and actually contributing analytics into their overall database that sits within the TM Forum. The particular analytics that we're focusing attention on are around churn. So when we look at customer churn, we're focusing on several different metrics, of which we've highlighted 6 of them within our environment. Those 6 metrics are looking at resolution time for incidents in minutes, percentage of problems that have been re-reported, they've been reported more than once, percentage of problems that have been reported, period, by customers themselves as opposed to originating elsewhere within their organization, such as IT or network or other types of entries into the system. We're also looking at first call resolution, percentage of incidents that happen as a first call resolution as opposed to multiple calls having to be initiated. At this point, in this metric, we're looking at percentage of calls abandoned. So when you call into a call center, what are you actually doing when you march through the different voicemail menus to get to a point of actually getting to the person that you want to talk to, and how long did you wait for that person, and did you finally get tired of waiting to get into that department of that person and you abandon your call. The last one we're looking at here is percentage of customers lost, which is a very important metric as long as you can certainly understand why you lost that customer. Each one of these metrics has 3 different levels of information that we're presenting within Rockware. What you're looking at on the screen right now is a very simplified version of an executive view, where the executive is actually taking a look at this and saying, I just want to look at my iPad or my Droid phone or my laptop and get a quick idea in the business, where do I have problems? Where do I have issues that are outside of not just my industry goals, but also my independent operator goals? So there's 2 sets of goals that we're looking at. Give you an example of what happens when that particular operator discovers that they're outside of a parameter. So a CEO or a chief operating officer looks at one of these screens and says, my percentage of problems reported coming from my customers as opposed to internally within the organization is far too high. You can see we're actually at 98% right now of our issues, which is showing up as red, which is well outside of our target zone. Now that CFO or that COO or that CEO can drill down from here, or they can pass it elsewhere within their department into their business owners, into their executive management team, to be able to drill into that and say, what's that look like from a more granular level here? Now I can look at that more granular level and specifically with problems reported, which is this particular metric, I'm over here looking at the first, all my metrics put together, but I'm also looking at other metrics that are industry-based as well in comparison with that. So if I wanted to drill into problems reported, I can actually take that down to an additional layer now to say, across each month right now, here are the problems reported across the network with goal and normal values. Here are the different types of problems that are associated with that, so I certainly have a better understanding of what types of problems are being reported that aren't being resolved in a first call basis, or what types of problems are being reported that are being reported by our customers as opposed to by other parts of the organization. And I can also compare that up against complaints versus requests, and I can compare that against our business versus other businesses within the contributors within TM Forum. I also have the ability to look at that on an individual month basis, but I can also look at that in a series of months as well and get instant feedback as to what that actually looks like. Now, this is our ability to take that from the executive level down to that middle management or even an upper management level, but from there, we also want to be able to take that into an actionable piece that gets down into what we'd consider the weeds. If I'm a client that wants to be able to, I'm an executive that wants to be able to drill this down to my management team and have them investigate it, my management team now wants to be able to hand that down to an analyst level. that analyst is going to be working individual specific cases that are related to these exact metrics so they can drive these to resolution. I can show the metrics up here, I can show them individually, or I can show them mutually with other metrics at the same time, but at the same time I can also have individual cases with individual workflows, and we can take specific problems, specific issues, and specific circumstances and actually drive those through workflow to a resolution in the business. So our approach on this is not just to look at an analyst view from these different levels, but it's also to provide enough information out here that the business can resolve these issues. The business can actually action on them. It's not just seeing the information. What are you going to do with the information to resolve it and close it out and move forward within your business? And that's our presentation.